I'll let you know when we're live. And we're live. Hi, guys. I can't hear you now.
Oh, what is going on?
Well, I can partially hear you.
I don't know what happened. My son called me and it threw me off.
Maybe I just need to turn this up. So, can you guys hear Jen?
Can they hear me?
I can hear you a little bit better, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure if
you're
it's
really quiet to me.
really. What is going on? Wait to see what they say. Yeah, you can hear.
Okay.
Can you guys hear both of us?
Am I quiet? Because you're really quiet to me.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But I mean, I can still hear you. I've got these ear things in. Well, I've got one because both of them irritate me. I'll try both. Maybe that'll help.
Okay. I'm going to have to really try to hear you.
Okay, so because we didn't have slightly louder. Okay, yeah, well, I got a big mouth, so I'm always a little bit louder. Just saying. um, because we didn't have a whole lot of time. I mean, guys, she literally got on here like what 30 seconds before we went live.
Yeah.
So the way that I normally do this is I'll ask you the questions, and if I think it's going to be a long answer, I'm just going to minus myself out so that
Okay.
there's no noise from me, and the the spotlight's on you where it's supposed to be. Okay. And
Okay.
let me put this back in here. This is Jen's channel, guys. I just put it in the chat for you. So we'll just get started with the questions then. First, let me say hi to Whale Song 81 and Autumn Star Amber. And looks like nobody else is talking yet that I can see.
My son keeps texting me. I'm going to kick his butt.
Oh.
He's the one that threw
Maya.
off my sound in the first place.
Oh, typical, right?
Yeah.
You gotta
Good
love
timing,
them.
kid.
Exactly. And I see Mike. Hi, Mike. And Maya, who is Tar Apple. Now, can you see the chat?
No, I can't. If I push chat, will it show me? I'm scared to mess it up.
You can try, but normally what we do is have the person that is being interviewed, they get on with a different device, which you're recording with your phone. So you can try going on with your computer and just muting your computer and watching it on that so that you can see the chat.
My computer's stuck on, look at this. It's stuck on the opening Microsoft crap now.
That's okay.
I have no luck with
I'll just, that's all right. At the end, I normally open it up to questions. So if anybody has any questions, I'll just ask them for them. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
well, I don't know who's here. So hi, everybody.
So the first question is your channel name. Why did you name it that?
Okay. Well, Jay, because of my first initial in my real name. But Scarlett was a nickname a long time ago that I had, and it ended up being like a surname when I was searching my family background. So I just put the two together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the name. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So. And how long have you been on YouTube?
as far as commenting, a long time, but I'm fairly new. You're the one that got me started on making the videos. So what, a couple months?
Okay. How long have you been like commenting and stuff?
A long time because yeah, I actually I was when I was in the army, uh I was pregnant and I was like into the cloth diapering, so I watch all those videos. So um
Okay.
that's that's what got me started watching all the videos originally.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Um, what is the direction that you envision for your channel?
I just want to share information because when I first stopped ignoring like the things that were coming in my life, I started freaking out. And when I went to people for advice, like the one person at a shop close to me, like she wouldn't give me any advice. She just she kind of like teased me and then told me that I could read some books. So I wanted to know like personal information from her and she couldn't share nothing with me. So I kind of felt that she wasn't as authentic as she presented herself to be. So um I just want to share the
Yeah.
information I have with people. So I have to really start opening up actually because I haven't done that too much yet.
I just started to watch the last one that you were doing, which was like on intuition and when you
Yeah.
first, yeah. So, but I couldn't. It's crazy right now with doing this 31 days of tarot. So
Yeah.
not only do you have to do your videos, but then you try and watch everyone else's videos that's doing it. And there's
Right.
so many people doing it. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I do want to see that definitely. So the next question is, how would you label your spiritual path?
I would say I I leaned towards the green witch originally, but I'm thinking more I'm eclectic because I do so much different things. I don't just like do uh do I can't garden for crap because my house is too dark, so I don't even know why I was trying to do the green stuff. It doesn't make sense to.
Well, I think you can still do green stuff even if you're not the one
Yeah,
growing it. You
well,
can still get the herbs.
yeah, the herbs and the oils, but I do a little bit of everything really. So
That's cool.
hold on. Yes,
So,
please. My son's
what's the
blowing up
matter?
both of mine and my husband's phones to
Oh,
take him to get a new phone. So get away from me.
so
I got
do you
interruption.
use? That's all right. I understand. Can you hear all the doors opening
Yeah.
and shutting here? Yes.
I I have I have a I have a puppy on my lap.
Oh. Okay. Who's the puppy? What's the
Huh?
puppy's name? What's the puppy's name?
Bambi, but she doesn't know her name yet. So here.
Oh,
She's
she is so cute.
oh she's a
She's like, I don't like
Chihuahua
this.
and a German Shepherd.
She's pretty.
Thank you.
So the next question was, do you use divination? And if so, what types?
um Tarot, Oracle, tea leaves. That's pretty much it right now. Well, pendulum I'll use once in a while, but mainly tarot and oracle.
Okay. So, do you have a website or
I
like
was
an Etsy
going
shop or anything like that?
I was going to start I started an Etsy shop, but I never ended up putting anything on there because I'm about to finish school, so I want to wait a minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
and um I keep starting like all these projects, so it's not working out. Too
Yeah.
busy.
I just did a reading about that actually because I can relate. If you
Yeah,
do not organize, I think organization when you're doing projects is like super important. So when I was doing my
yeah,
jewelry, I used to have these like tray tables
right,
or like trays that would stack on top of each other. So granted, I mean, beading, I could have all of my supplies on one tray and then
right.
just change it. So I know depending on the project, it's not so easy to do that, but like bins or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have a whole bunch of projects that you want to do. So, do you know what your tarot birth cards are?
The Chariot and the Tower.
The Chariot
They're
and the
kind of weird
Tower.
to me. It's kind of weird to me. But if I look back at the two cards, um, I feel like that's how my life was, like back and forth like that. So I can kind of see, I don't like it, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah. Do you find like I mean that is a really hard duo, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it
The
is.
Tower is like my card too, because of being on the 16th, born on the 16th.
Yeah,
So it's just like one of those things like oh, but it's a good thing because we're learning and growing, right? But we have a
right,
lot of adversity.
right.
Yeah. All right. So,
I definitely have my own way of learning things, that's for sure.
absolutely. Mine isn't, well, I mean, even like reading, if I read it out loud to myself, I retain it better. And
Right,
Sully likes it anyways because I read to him, so he likes it. But yeah, I find that I retain it better with my memory if I actually read it out loud to myself.
right. See, I am more of I'm a teacher and I do not read. I
Oh,
I'm so ADHD. I do not retain anything I read at all. Like I physically have to write it down. So, when I have to learn something, I break it down into an outline and then I go from there.
oh,
It's
that
such
makes
a
sense
pain.
too.
It's kind of a pain in the butt, but
Hey, you do what you got to do, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So, what is your life path number then?
I wrote all of it down. My life path number is
You a
a
seven?
7.
Okay.
Now, I don't really know too much about that, so if you do, please share. Like,
Um, Offhand, I know that it is about spiritual things, but I don't know a whole lot about that. But I will tell you that there's a great lady on YouTube. Her name is Bridget Love, who is a
okay,
numerologist, and she does all kinds of different videos about life path, about karma, about karmic debt, um, uh, different kinds of numbers like destiny numbers and all kinds of stuff. And her videos are really good. And she also does like for the stars, talks about what theirs are and stuff. It's really cool actually. So if you get a
hmm,
chance, check her out. Bridget Love.
okay. All right, there's one girl that I watched and she was talking about a tarot tarot year card, like the card that represents this whole year for you. So um you add your birthday and then this year for
Right.
it. So mine was the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know how
Oh,
I feel about that one either, because I don't like it. I'm not a gambler at all. Like,
do you believe in the law of attraction?
um, yes, yes. But I
So
feel
are you
like
afraid
my
of what
husband
you're putting
attracts
out
the
there?
negative, so it doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well, I
feel
think
like
that's
he's my
only
bad
about
luck.
you, though, honey.
Huh?
No, don't say that. Don't say that. I would say the Wheel of Fortune is actually a really good card because it's
It makes
about,
me nervous though.
yeah. I mean, I can understand that, but you pretty much get what you give. That's the way I see that card,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
I think it's got a positive spin to it, though,
Yeah, it
you know.
does.
So that's a good card. It could have been worse. Trust me, it could have been a lot worse.
Right. Yeah, it could have.
Do you guys know, in chat, do you guys know what your card of the year is? Mine happens to be the World card. So I'm like, yay. Last year it was Judgment, but if you wanted to break it all the way down, it could have been either Judgment or it could have been the High Priestess. So, well,
Right.
2019. And I just found that out like today. So a lot of good it did me last year, right?
Right. Yeah, you got to add one.
Exactly. So, what is your sun sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay. And Leo is what kind of a sign is that? Is that a
A fire
fire
sign.
sign?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And would you say that it's pretty right on for you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, although like I'm not the type of person like Leos like to be center of attention, and I am actually labeled as socially impaired.
Socially impaired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very awkward at times. Like I get nervous, or I don't know what to say, or
Yeah.
I say the wrong thing, I guess you could say. But I read my file from my counselor in high school, and I had like a big old file, and they labeled me as socially and emotionally impaired. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, I
I
think
know,
you're doing
right?
great. I
I know.
think you're doing great.
I, I cut hair too. Like I constantly talk to people, so I don't get it.
Nah, you don't seem awkward to me. Are you like a ball of nerves right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say hi to a couple of people really quick that have come in. April, which is Lady Blindwolf. Hi, honey.
Oh,
And
hi
Gwyneth,
everybody.
the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Hi, honey. And Vicky. I said hi, but Vicky, Lilypad, she's here tonight. So hi, you guys. So let me go on to the next question. Do you have a current favorite tarot card?
You know, I don't even know why it's my favorite tarot card, because it's not a good one. I actually like the Three of Swords, but I feel like I like how it looks more than anything, if that makes sense. Like I
That's a
said, it's
weird
not a
card to be
good
your
card.
favorite. Totally degenerated. Either.
You
Uh-oh.
cut out.
You did
I
too
don't.
for a second. All I seen was that beautiful smile. But yeah, they're saying that you're doing great. You don't look like you're nervous.
Oh, I'm
So
so nervous.
don't even worry about it. It's just us.
I mean,
It's
I
the
feel
people that
really
you're around
hot.
all the time. Oh man. Aw, they're saying that you're doing much better than they would. Glenna said you're doing
Oh,
much better than she would. Great job. You're doing great.
oh, thank you.
So, do you know what your significator card in the tarot is?
I would say it was the Queen of Cups, because I'm INFJ, and that's the INFJ card for sure.
I'm an
Yep.
INFJ.
Yeah.
Yes. But mine's an A/A for assertive. I'm an introvert, but I'm an assertive introvert. And there's Sully, of course, making,
Okay.
his appearance known. So, do you have a current favorite deck right now, tarot deck?
I actually have a few. My favorite one is the Ethereal Visions tarot card. I literally don't even pay attention to the names, so I pulled them all out because I'll put them in my pouches. I currently have it in my pouch. And then the Light Seers tarot, and then I got a couple oracle decks. The Black Moon, I know you just got that one. That one is one of my favorites. And the Oracle of Essences, I don't know if any of you guys seen this one. It's a herbal one. So this one's actually really good. I ordered the expansion pack. It's kind of whimsical looking. Very cute.
I love those. Now, I remember you doing a video about the bag. You
About
made that bag, right?
yeah, I did.
Show us, honey.
I
Show us. It is
oh,
gorgeous.
hold on. Hold on one second. I got a little one in here. I don't know
No
where
problem.
your crayons are in your room. I don't know where the markers are
Oh,
for
Amber, you're an INFJ too.
Mom, look, there are those markers.
Huh. My sister's an INFJ too, Carla.
Were you guys awkward in school?
Carla, oh my gosh. She was, she would wear the long trench coats and cover
Really?
herself up. And oh, yeah.
You can't be.
Yeah.
You can't
Then
come
when
over
she
here.
started singing and doing gigs and stuff like that, she kind of broke out of that. But she was very much an introvert. She was afraid of, me. No, that's why it's weird that I'm an INFJ because I prefer smaller groups of people,
There, go.
but
No,
I can deal with larger.
I got a kid trying to weasel her way in, and she's.
Oh.
I keep moving away. There, go. Go on. Can she say hi real quick?
Yes, she can.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, now
How
go
are
play.
you?
Go on, go color.
Mom, but I want it to color this one.
Well, you're gonna have to use your regular crayons. Go on.
But they don't work.
Yes, they do. She's trying to say her crayons won't work in her coloring book.
Oh.
Don't play games with me, kid.
Your sister's in the chat, Whitney. She says,
Whitney?
I'm Jennifer's sister. She doesn't know I'm watching. Tell her I said hi. That is just beautiful.
Oh.
Looks like you added more since the video. Did you add more after the video?
This thing to it. And my pins, I stuck my pins on there. I had a feather on there originally, a raven feather.
Oh.
And I bent it because I stuck it in my purse.
Oh no.
So I took it off.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Is that the kind of stuff once you get more time, you're going to be putting in your Etsy shop and stuff?
Yeah,
or
I
on your
want to
website?
make that. And I actually wanted to start making Ouija boards because my little sister, not the one that's on there, another one. I have a lot of sisters. She likes Ouija boards. So wanted to do, I don't know how it's gonna work. I gotta try it first, but I want to do like engraving, like
So
engrave
like
the numbers and letters
the
in it.
burn tool?
No. I want to
Oh,
dig
okay.
the numbers and then I want to pour the colorful resin in it.
Oh, wow, that sounds very
Yeah, I
interesting.
gotta try it though. I don't know how well it's gonna work.
And you're going to do it all by hand or with a tool?
With a Dremel tool, I was
Dremel
thinking.
tool.
Yep.
Very cool.
I gotta
I
get
can't
my
wait to
own
see that.
first though, because my husband is getting mad I keep using his tools.
Oh.
I had to use
Yeah,
his drill for the Dremel tool for the bag, the tarot bag that I made, because it's leather, so I
yeah.
couldn't punch the holes. I had to drill them out.
It's beautiful.
It
When you
takes
open
so
up,
long.
I definitely want to
Look,
know because I want one of those
this.
bags. Definitely.
I'll put it right there.
So, are those the decks that you're currently working with one?
Vera, I can't hear.
Working with
Sorry,
them?
what was that?
Are those the decks that you're currently working with right now then?
Yeah, those are the ones that
Okay,
I'm working with. Yeah.
beautiful. And would you say that you're a collector of tarot decks? And if so, how many do you have?
I wouldn't say I'm a collector because I'm very picky on which ones I get, but I definitely have more than I should. I have about 20.
Oh,
So
that's not too bad. How
it's
long
not,
have you been
no,
reading?
it's not bad. I got my first deck probably about 13 years ago.
Oh,
But since I don't read, it's hard for me to remember the meanings of each one, and I get really thrown off like by new decks.
oh.
So, yeah. So it doesn't work out. Like the good tarot I can do readings from like perfectly, but then like when I get another or like the oracle decks I can read from, but when I get a new tarot deck, like since like the artists are so different, it's hard for me to connect the meanings for them.
So are you like with the good tarot? I know exactly which one you're talking about. I
Yeah.
actually had it and I gifted it to my niece for her first deck because I think
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful deck. It's really soft, you
Yeah.
know. So do you actually go by the meanings that are in the book or do you read intuitively or a little of both?
Okay, so I do both. What I do is I get a one word meaning for each card, and I'll relate the artwork with that one word meaning, and I'll remember it, and then I'll be able to elaborate on that
Gotcha.
intuitively.
Yeah.
Okay.
The the artwork is beautiful in that deck.
Yeah, that one's
Definitely.
like the easiest one for me.
Yeah. So, hi, Darlene. Hi, honey. Hi, Johnny. How are you guys this evening?
Hi, everybody.
Just so
I
you
wish
guys
I could
know,
see them typing. It's
that's what
driving
I was
me
going to say.
nuts.
That's what I was going to say. For the people coming in, Jen cannot see your guys' typing. And so if you guys have any questions, which you guys are getting pretty good at that by now, just wait until the end to ask your questions of her and I'll relay them back to her, okay?
I think I'm
So,
the only one still trying to weasel in questions on people.
no. So, do you currently have a favorite book or artist?
Um, no. I've been doing the Sabbath books.
Oh, okay.
So every time we have a Sabbath coming, I'll order that book. So I've been liking those a lot lately.
Like the Llewellyn ones, you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
And as far as artist goes, I have been ordering. Her name's Carrie. She does the artwork for the Midnight Muse boxes.
Oh, okay.
She has an Etsy shop, and she
Oh,
is so nice because I couldn't figure out how to download them for the life of me. And she like made a whole file and gave me extras and everything. So she's
wow.
really good. Like, and you just download it and print it off. And so I want to get all of her stuff and then print them all off for and make a whole book of just her stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's kind of what I'm doing with the Witch's Moon with all of the roots,
Yeah.
or the Witch's Roots herbal things for the
Yeah.
grimoire. Because I have like no artistic, yeah. When it comes to drawing or painting, forget it. Yeah, I have absolutely no value there. So there were a few questions, but I don't think that you really watch TV too much or movies. Is that right?
Um, I was watching a couple of the Netflix shows, but I gave up on it because I would have to do it when my husband wasn't home because he don't like the same stuff I do, and it just got to be too much. So
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite season of the year?
spring,
Spring? Okay.
yeah,
And do you feel a stronger connection to any of the elements?
fire,
Fire, being
yeah.
a fire sign.
That's actually God, kid, go away. Can
The
you
joys
see
of
her
parenthood.
hand? Can you see her hand? She keeps like weaseling up on my shoulder, like, got it. She's like a little bug.
The joys of parenthood. We just have
Oh
to
my
keep telling
gosh, you
ourselves
have
that,
no
right?
idea. Vera, stop.
I love
Does
that
anyone
name,
else have these
Vera.
problems?
You know what it reminds me of? Is it Family Guy? The old commercial where it was Stewie. He was going, Mom, Mom,
My oldest
Mom.
son does that to me. And he just turned 18. Like, leave me the hell alone, kid. Like he's grown, he's big enough to do stuff on his own, but he won't even want nothing. He just pesters me.
Well, she's clearly having fun.
She's not funny though.
That's funny.
Vera, you gotta be quiet because I can barely hear.
And I love how Lois says, "What?" He goes, "Hi."
I know.
I can remember when my kids did that to me. My youngest is 21 now, but they're still at home. So do you work with any crystals? If so, which ones do you work with?
Oh
Or
my
which one is your
gosh, all
favorite?
of them.
You don't have a favorite?
I have so many. Um, she's like throwing her foot up at me now. Like I'm gonna kick her butt. And my husband left, so this is what
Oh,
I'm
geez.
stuck with.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to think of the new one I got, and it's almost like Labradorite, but it's like a really small it has like really small particles in it. I cannot remember the
Small
name of it for
particles?
the life of me now.
You're not talking about goldstone, are you?
No. It's
It's an actual natural.
this one's one of my favorites. It's a topaz.
Oh, wow.
I did not expect it to be this big. Like I thought it was going to be really small because I ordered it, and I thought it was going to be little. I'm going to kick your butt. Me and you are going to fight. I'm going to see if I can find it. No. I don't think I'm going to because I literally like have a
look at all those
full right
goodies.
now. So, but it's one of my little ones, and it literally has like, you know how Labradorite has like the
Like the
the
shine.
bigger glow to it. This one
Yeah, I
has
don't
like
think you can
little
see it.
speckles. Yeah, because I have a Labradorite right here. But the
Beautiful.
one that I'm talking about, it's like little tiny speckles of the shine. So it's
Does
not
anyone
like
have
as
any ideas on
drastic.
that?
I cannot remember what it is
Is it
called.
like
And I'm going to think about it after
larkosite or
this.
something like that?
What is it?
Is it like larkosite or something like that?
You know, I cannot tell you. I cannot think. I thought it started with an M.
Hmm.
Can you get rid of her?
Get rid of her.
She's like sticking her foot on my shoulder and my hand. She thinks she's funny. Go on. Go with Daddy. Go.
That's all right. You'll remember what it is after the interview, right? Just
That's
put
what
it
I
in the
said. I'm
comments
gonna
down
remember
below.
it afterwards. Like I'm about to dump it out, this thing out, like, because this is gonna aggravate me if I don't think of it. Okay, it's right here. Oh, where's the camera? Do you see the little speckles?
Oh, I do, but I'm not sure what that is. Does anyone have an idea? Darlene says, anyone know about bloodstone? I went to eye doctor. I have bleeding behind my eyes due to glaucoma. Will
Ooh.
dragon's bloodstone help with bleeding? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
And that's not malachite, I don't think. Malachite's green. And that
No,
was,
that's not
is
malachite.
that a moonstone? Like a black moonstone?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I looked it up, I don't think I can get on my.
Don't,
I don't want to
don't
try to
worry
get
about
into
it,
my
honey.
pictures. But that's like my
No,
newest favorite, and I can't even remember. It's a kind of Labradorite though, and I cannot think of what it's
it's in the
called.
Labradorite family. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Ooh, I've not heard of that. Now I'm going to be researching it after this, So, let's see. Do you have any daily rituals that you do?
Tea. My
Tea?
tea ritual every morning. I do my tea, and then the bath rituals I'll do. My daughter actually does those too, the bath ones, because she'll want to add the herbs and the little flowers, and then she's got a bath with a crystal. So
Aw,
that's our thing. We mix our stuff together.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And what kind of tea do you drink?
My favorite tea was it's black tea, rose petals, chocolate nibs, and what are them little hawthorn berries? I want to say.
Wow.
It
Is that a
was,
loose leaf tea?
yeah, it's a loose leaf tea.
Oh. And do you get it locally or do you get it from like Amazon or?
I actually got it in a subscription box from Magical Folk, and
Oh,
because they have one specifically for tea rituals. But I drank it all, so now I make my own. And
oh,
it's actually to make it actually is not as cheap as it would be to order from her. So I wish she would like offer an option to like make it
purchase it.
through her.
Yeah. It sounds really good.
Yeah. That's
So,
my favorite one. If out of like any tea, if you need like a comforting feel, that's like my go-to one.
sounds good. Anything with chocolate is like
Yeah.
definitely a go-to for me. So, do you prefer the tea over coffee then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
since I have the sulfur allergy, I can't stomach very much.
Oh,
So that's coffee is not good for me.
not your friend, right?
No, not my friend at all.
So do you have a special skill or a hobby that you would like to tell us about?
Um, I well, other than like my tarot bags and everything, I have been making, because when I see certain visions, I will see them in shadows. So I have been doodling my way through the tarot deck in silhouettes. So this is my Empress.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then, like I said, my favorite Three of Swords.
I'm going to pause myself out for a minute because Sully is messing with the cat. So
Oh,
please go
okay.
ahead and continue. Just
Oh,
give me.
I mean, do you guys want to see them all? I can't see what you guys are writing. Here's my lover's one. And then the moon. My chariot. And the tower.
Those are really good.
And my magician.
Oh, I love that.
And then my death one.
Do you paint those?
I actually did it with watercolor, and then I did the silhouettes with Sharpie.
Wow,
So I do
those
the
are really
backgrounds
good.
and then I do everything else.
Do you find that like super calming?
Yes. That's my thing. Like if I ever need like a timeout, I color. Like I have the Book of Shadows coloring, and I'll sit there and I'll just color until I feel better.
From that lady on Etsy. Is that the one
Yeah.
you're talking about? Okay, I
Yeah.
got that from her a couple of years ago. That's really
Yeah.
cool, but I'm not very good at that either.
Oh,
Difficult, right? I started doing like one of the punchicles and I was like, ah, hell with it. Forget it.
I was
Terrible.
so scared to mess up at first, like, 'cause I was scared to ruin my book. But
Oh,
it's my stuff looks pretty good so far. It's all the way in the kitchen, so I'm not gonna show
mine's the
it right now.
printable kind. So if you mess up
Yeah.
a page, you can just print out another one. I didn't get the
Yep.
actual book. I got the digital one, but
Okay.
yeah. So we have Summer from Wispy Realm. Hiya, honey. And we have Leanne, who's Marge Richer. Hi, sweetie. And we have Divination. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Just so everyone knows coming in, Jen cannot see the chat, guys. So when we ask her any questions at the end, I'll read them to her, okay? Johnny says, Amethyst Ascension, I have hobbits. I do Native American paintings, play electric guitar, and singer too. That is friggin' awesome, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's awesome, honey. All right. So let me move on here. What is your favorite holiday or Sabbath?
Astera, Easter, whichever one. Yeah. I don't know why, but I have more memories from when I was younger with that Sabbath or holiday.
So, well, I guess we'll kind of get into that in a little bit. But I was going to ask you, was that Easter? Was it like Easter egg hunts, or was it actually Astara?
My
Growing up.
step grandmother was an artist and poetry writer. So her Easter eggs were like immaculate. And I
Oh,
remember I liked Alice in Wonderland, and she made all the eggs like little characters, like
oh,
she would glue feathers on them, and just like one looked like a bluebird, and the roses, I liked
um,
the talking flowers, and that's what I remember the most out of out of all of it. And I
would
wouldn't
you
want
guys do
like they would sit in the fridge for like 2 weeks after because I wouldn't eat them.
the yeah. Would you guys do the Easter egg hunts?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, she would make a scavenger hunt for them too, though.
Uh, yeah. We had it, we came from a big family. So every year, all of the brothers and sisters with all of their kids would get around, get together, and all of the parents would hide all of them. And there was probably like 15 kids with, oops, no, sorry, I dropped it and he went for it. Look at your thing.
Oh,
He's a booger. So yeah, those were a lot of fun. And we would color a couple dozen every Easter.
aw.
Get down, Bubba. So, has your reading style changed at all over time? Like your tarot reading style?
I don't go by the book. I opened up more with it. I used to just like I thought that I had to go by what each one says. My phone's dying. I gotta get some
Uh-oh.
charger. um, I don't go by the book anymore. That's
So that's what majorly changed. Yeah. So, do you remember any of your dreams?
Do I remember what?
Any of your dreams?
Yes. That's actually where I get most of my visions and everything else from is my dreams. I meditate into sleep, and I'll ask a question before I go to sleep, and I'll see the answer in my dream.
Okay. Now, at the end of this, I do want to touch on some of those things. Because I know when I was doing like the 11 paranormal questions, even my sister's like, Rachele, you need to be interviewing this girl because of a lot of the things that you have gone through and seen on the spiritual realm. So I'd like to touch on that a little bit more at the end if we could. Okay.
Right. I'm trying so hard to hear you. Hold on. Well, I gotta move. Oh, all right. I gotta go in here. I'm trying to move away from everybody.
This is
My
live,
husband's
guys. This is what
laughing because
happens
he had
live.
the TV on. Okay.
I was just saying that I really wanted to, touch later on with all of the spiritual stuff because I know that there's a lot. Because are you like a medium?
Um, I wouldn't say that because it doesn't come all the time. Like I can't just like talk to somebody and know something or see somebody there. Um, it comes to me at different times, I guess. Like just out of nowhere, I'll start having dreams and different feelings, different moods.
Gotcha. Hi, Dawn. Did I miss any? I just met you, Olnuzola. I think that's Olnuzola. I'm not sure what your name, if that's your name. Hi, sweetie. So, is there a time period that you feel drawn to other than this time?
You know, I I kept having a dream um like as long as I can remember, I've had this dream like throughout my life, like not back to back, but just like sporadically. So I know that in my last life, I was killed. So I can't picture like being by a certain time period, if that makes sense. Like, because in my dream, I wasn't wearing anything either, if that makes sense.
And you were killed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I just
Have you
seen,
done any past life work?
yeah, after I started having that dream, I really started digging a lot. So I was under a tree when I was found, and there was a footprint, and apparently a kid that didn't have shoes, he was a black kid, he got blamed for it, but it wasn't him. It was two brothers. They were like white hillbilly brothers. So I can't like picture. I just know that it was like early settlers time.
Wow. And you have no idea where it was at?
No,
No.
I can't even. I drew a picture of it, but it's not appropriate. I'll send
Yeah.
it to you later.
Okay. Wow. That's
Yeah.
really amazing.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of stuff you really want to remember, right? Jeez, oh Pete.
No, not at all.
Were you raised into the path, or did you veer off from your family?
I actually grew up in a Catholic household, and then my mom switched over to Lutheran, and but it was because of like her husband. So she was a preschool and Sunday school teacher, and my dad is a minister.
Oh.
But none of them are religious. Like my mom has senses like I do. So
And your stepdad, or your dad, who was the preacher, isn't religious either?
I think he did it because he was locked up, to be honest.
Yeah.
like like he found God. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's whatever. Like I didn't meet
Yeah.
him till I was older, so he's just there.
Yeah. I gotcha.
It's one of those.
Yeah. So do you feel supported by your family now spiritually?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My sister Whitney, she reads the tarot cards too. And my
Awesome.
sister Elizabeth also gets like some of the visions like I get, but she's still young, so she doesn't really go in depth with her stuff. And my mom, but she kind of
Wow.
hides it a little. You have to really ask her.
I bet the conversations in your family are quite interesting. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, if you could have a deep conversation with anyone during any period of time, what would it be and why? Or who would it be and why?
I would go back and have a conversation with my great great grandmother because there's no record of her at all. No marriage certificate, no birth, no nothing.
Wow.
I don't know her name. I know my great great grandfather was widowed at 26 after she gave birth, and he had 6 kids,
Wow.
left with 6 kids. So that part of the family is kind of oblivious. But I heard that she
Wow.
was an Indian, so that might be part of the reason why there's no record of her.
Mm-hmm. Wow. After 6 kids? And she was
Yes.
under 26?
Yes.
Wow.
Like they must have
My
had
goodness.
one after the other, I'm telling you.
Oh.
It's a lot of kids.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd go insane. So, if you could do any event in history, what would it be and why?
Say that again.
If you could go to any event in history, what would it be and why?
Mm. I don't know. I don't know. I would go back to the time of my last death, I guess, because I would
To
want to
uncover
get
it?
to the bottom of it. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
because I feel like
Mm-mm-mm.
part of me is still like trying to figure it out, you know.
Do you think that that has any bearing to do on your life now?
Oh yeah.
Like
I have
anxieties and stuff?
yeah, I have a hard time getting close to people. I have a hard time trusting people. So I feel
Hmm.
like that has a big part of it.
I can definitely see why. So the last question that I normally ask is, what do you wish to gain going forward with your channel? And it's
Just having people to talk to, having like-minded people around, and um, being able to share experiences and learn from other people's experiences as well.
yeah. So I'm going to open this up now for questions. So if anyone has any questions, please type those in and I will ask them for them. Um, Lori, I had to think a second. Lori says, that is so wonderful, a true mom and a healer. You both are lucky to have each other. My
Yeah.
pity is a rescue from a dog. Fighting ring. Oh my gosh. She was a forced breeder when I got her. Oh, that is terrible.
Uh,
Jeez. It's wonderful that you were able to, rescue her, but oh wow, that's horrible. 32 pounds and almost dead. The vet says that she should weigh 70 pounds. Oh
wow.
my gosh. Wowza. We're all out here for the taking. Which would tell how. I worked for a humane society. We had so many pits. They're a great breed, but because of people doing the wrong thing, they get a bad rep. Yeah, I'm just like really afraid to get a pit. And my daughter, she's just like, that's silly, mom. But I mean, you see so many things in the news about pit bulls. And when you go to the Humane Society, there is a lot that are there. It's
Yeah.
mainly pits. That's where we got Sully. But there was only but they had brought him in from like Tennessee, I believe. There was a whole, a litter of the beagles, and we just fell in love with them. So Dee says, okay, I probably missed this, but what is her go-to tarot deck, or which deck in her collection does she find herself reaching for the most?
Well, the Ethereal Visions tarot is the ones that I'm working with now, but the go-to, like the one that I know for sure, is the Good Tarot.
Okay.
So it would be between those two.
Um, so April said, I have just learned that I am an empath and seems like we do the same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get a pit as a puppy. Yeah. I volunteer at a shelter as well. I have had many pitties over the years, but I understand. Yeah, it's just a scary thing. And now that we have Sully, oh my gosh, I'm just afraid of getting another dog, any kind of dog at this point right now. But so Dee says, okay. Also, does she like to practice magic as well?
I I do my oils and my herbs, but not so much magic yet. I would like to, but I'm so busy right now with school and everything else. It's hard. Like I can't picture myself like putting a time frame on something. So like certain magic requires like a certain day of the week, or you got to do it at this time, or
You
like
don't
I
have
can't.
to. Those are, you don't have
There's
to.
so many people that tell me like, oh yeah, you have to do this or this or this. But like as far as magic goes, it's just my oils and herbs, and that's is that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Like
So,
after dreaming, I'm exhausted. So.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's also something you were talking about on one of your videos, or it might have been during one of my lives, where you had talked about seeing the faces of the missing children.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
right?
The missing posters.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll like. I'll start thinking about it, and then like I'll start seeing in my head like where they're at, or what kind of spot they're in, like if they're in like a tall brush of grass, or if they're by a railroad track, or like I'll get their feeling, like if it was really personal, like I'll feel really hurt at the time, like like their parent had something to do with it, or someone really close like that.
Mm.
So I'll purposely not look at pictures like that.
Yeah, especially if there's nothing that you feel like you can do about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's really hard. So Darlene, Shadow's Truth, asks, do you have a deck on your wish list?
Hmm. I have I have a whole wish list on my eBay, so
Probably
not
most
so
in this
much.
room do.
Yeah. But I'm very particular on the decks that I get. So if I add them, I might delete them too. So like I'm very particular. Like I have to feel really close to that deck for me to get it.
So do you
Yeah.
watch a lot of walkthroughs and all that before you
Oh
even
yeah.
decide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one that I regret is that circus oracle.
Oh, I don't think
Like
I've really seen that one too much. It
I
doesn't sound like
understand
something I would see.
like one or two clowns, but like half the deck is clowns, so I was not happy.
Mm,
I was
nah.
mad about it.
So Lori, Whale Song 81, asks, how do you use your dreams to answer questions?
Okay, so I always see like I see a shadowy figure by my bed like every night, like someone watching over me. So that's how I see the spirits is as a shadow. So I'll focus on that, and I'll ask the question, and I'll meditate and then I'll just doze off into sleep because I'll be like meditating, like just focusing on uh that shadow, and that's how I come to.
So that shadow figure, does it
Yeah,
feel like a
it's
guide?
not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
Um, I can like that's just how I personally see uh a spirit. Like maybe it's just because it's dark right there. That might be how it is, but because I sense more than I see, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So another question that Dee has, and I kind of had this as well. What are you in school for? That you said you're just getting ready to finish up. She says, like,
Oh,
what type of profession? And no, she didn't mention it yet, Dee. So,
I am. I was a cosmetology instructor, and the school closed down. So now I'm going to teach younger kids. So this is just my associates in early childhood education.
okay. And how does Jen use her dreams to answer questions? Oh, okay. I already got it. Um, do you enchant everyday objects? If yes, what and how?
do I enchant them?
Yeah.
In my cooking, like I'll use certain spices.
For certain things.
And I'll mumble some things here and there, but that's about it. Like I don't get too far into all of that yet. Not yet.
No, you do spells as they come to you if it is what your intoxication says. Okay, that must be a different for somebody else. Don't let others dictate your path. Okay, that's for something else. Johnny, I'm also for, okay. The damn circus oracle will cause night terrors. That's what D says. Clowns don't scare me, but if it was that many clowns, I might have issues with it.
It's ridiculous. Like I really expected different from that one, and I really wish I would have watched a walkthrough before I got that deck, but I didn't. It was like a spur of the moment, and I thought it would have more of like everybody else, not just clowns.
Yeah, like the carnies and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The feathered women.
Yeah. So Lori, Whale Song 81 says, thank you. That is so very interesting. Is the shadow the same spirit / guide or different ones? Do you think that there's more than one, or is it always the same one?
So far it's been the same one.
How long has this been happening? Since you were a child, or is it recent, or?
Probably for about 6 years now.
Oh. And is there anything significant with that 6 years?
You know, I asked one time to see my guide, and it was like it showed the pupil and it backed up slowly to the color of the eye, and once I realized what it was, I like freaked out and woke up. So all I remember is this bright amber eye.
Wow. Wow.
So that's
very interesting.
That's the gist of it.
So Dee says, well, you deserve all the praise for wanting to be a teacher. Bless you. Yeah, teachers,
Thank you.
not easy, but it's honorable. So does anyone else have any questions? If not, we will close this up for the evening and say thank you so much. Let me put this in one more time for you guys. That is Jen's channel. Please go and check out her channel. You have probably what, like 10 videos up there?
Yeah, maybe if that.
Johnny says, I see my French ancestors, Cherokee Indian ancestors too. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
What does she think of YouTube so far? What do you think of YouTube so far, honey?
I like it, but it's kind of nerve-wracking because I don't ever know what to make the videos on.
Do you ever do or think about doing like hashtags and stuff?
I was thinking about doing the VRs, but like I'll start doing other things, and then life happens. So
the beautiful thing about the hashtags are you can pick them up at any time. I mean, I see people that pick up a hashtag that was 2 years ago and it restarts again for other people that weren't able to partake in it at that time. So
right.
I mean, just when you have the time, if you're struggling for anything, pick up a hashtag. You can do it anytime. Seriously.
Yeah, I need to, because I need to start opening up more.
I find that that's probably a little bit easier, especially for new channels when they don't know exactly what to put out, is to do the damn hashtags. And they're good questions. So, and they're fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's it, everybody. Jen, thank you so much for doing this. I really enjoyed this and I love learning more about you. And I hope to see
Thank
more
you.
content coming from you over there.
Thank you.
And I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you guys for coming.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye, guys. Love you very much. Have a good one.